Hey everybody, Michael Cunman coming to you today from Perth Golf Centre's newest indoor putting studio equipped with Quintic ball roll technology. The only Quintic facility in Western Australia and one of only two in Australia. Amazing technology and a great place to get a putter fitting and a putter lesson. But today we are going to talk about putter hosel inserts. It's something that I wouldn't say it's overlooked, it's probably a little misunderstood. And there's some basic premises that we want to kind of understand when we're looking for a putter that's going to suit your particular style. Now, the information I'm going to give you is general. It's not kind of set in stone. It doesn't mean that if you have this certain stroke, you have to have this certain hosel insert. There are some different parameters when we look on Quintic, when we look at your grip, how you're set up, how your stroke is, how your impact is, that they may be changed just depending on what we're searching for. But in general, this information will help out pretty much most of you to get an understanding of why putter hosel inserts are made, how they're made, and why they'll benefit for your particular putting stroke. So the first one we're going to talk about is the double bend shaft. So as you can see here, this putter has kind of two bends in it. Through that inserts, it's all connected through the shaft there. And why it has this double bend shaft is basically to create what we call a face balance putter. So how we know it's a face balance putter is if I find the balance point on the shaft, what you'll notice is that the putter face points directly up towards the ceiling. That is what we classify as a face balance putter. Now, what this is suited to from a putting stroke perspective is a putter that has a relatively straight back and through stroke. Now, there isn't any real straight back and through stroke. There's always a slight arc to a putting stroke. It's just a matter of how much you arc the putting stroke. So if I'm a putter, if I set up and my putting stroke goes relatively back and through, there's not huge arcing motions in my putting stroke, not huge movements. A face balance putter is going to be something that should be suited to your style. It's going to keep the putter face more square for longer, and it's also going to give you a lot more consistency in impact location as well. Now we're going to move on to the next one, which is what we classify as a short slant. Now, when I say short slant, you will kind of maybe go onto a different website, Ping, Cobra, Titleist, whatever it is, and you have a look at the hosel inserts and it might not say short slant. Now, there are some different names for them, but they all pretty much mean the same thing. So just have a little bit of a look, and where you can get a good understanding is how much what we classify toe hang they have. Now, if I grab this balance point here, what you're going to notice is this putter face is very different. It actually sits with its toe a little bit underneath the heel. Now, the angle in degrees this hangs down is how much toe hang that the putter has. So if you go onto a website, you want to seek specifications, you want to kind of get right in depth, you'll see that they will generally have the specs of how much toe hang a putter has. Now with a short slant, because it has more toe hang than our double bend, it will generally be suited to someone that has a little bit more of an arcing stroke to try and square that face up a little bit more and to give that nice true roll. So if that's you, if you're kind of that one, that golfer that has that little bit more of an arcing stroke, the short slant putter hosel will probably be beneficial. The third one we're going to look at is what's called the L neck. Now the L neck, as you can see here, basically drops down from the shaft. The putter head is slightly offset to this. And when we get this L neck, you're going to notice that that putter face sits on a pretty big angle. So if I grab this one again and compare them, you'll see there's a fairly big difference in toe hang. Now, these ones here, again, if we just keep going on this same premise that the amount of toe hang is reflected or kind of correlates towards how much of an arc it is, theoretically, if we have a really arcing stroke, this amount of toe hang is going to help square that putter face up and give us a lot more consistency in starting direction and also consistency in contact. Now, it isn't everything when we get to these ones here. Some players really love the feel of the blade style putters because L neck tend to come in that blade style putter. You'll see people on tour utilizing it and they don't have big arcing strokes. But again, that's getting a little bit more in depth. But let's keep on the kind of track that we're going on. So if you do have a fairly arcing stroke, an L neck putter, because of the amount of toe hang, should be beneficial. Now this is a little bit of a doozy, this one. This one here is the center shafted putter. You're going to notice that this shaft goes directly into the middle of the putter face. There's no hosel insert as such, there's no bends, there's no offset really, it's basically just inserted into the middle there. And now why this is, so if I just grab that, you'll see again, very much face balance, so suitable for the player that has a fairly straight back and through stroke, so minimal amount of arc. This one's a little bit different too, because it's also suitable for players that don't really get, or don't strike the ball consistently in the center of the face. So some players, because of the hosel going straight into the middle, even if they do have an arcing stroke, they have a straight back and through, if they struggle with impact location, because of where that shaft's inserted, they can tend to find the center of the face more consistently. But sticking on the same kind of tangent that we've been on, if we have a relatively straight back and through stroke, a center shafted putter, because of the minimal amount of arc, will be suitable for you. Now, as I said, there are some different names to go through, so I'm not going to run through them tonight, but when you look on a website, you might go, well, there's no short slant here, there's another name to it. Again, it's always in the same kind of realm there, and just check the specs if you want. And if you need any more information, again, we're always available to chat. We're at Perth Golf Centre, we've got qualified staff that can give you some information, or like I said, jump onto the brand's websites and they'll give you all the specs of each of the putters and amount of toe hang that they will have. So let's just quickly recap everything there. So we've got double bend shaft, face balanced, suitable for putters that have more of a straight back and through stroke. We have got short slant, a little bit of toe hang, suitable for putters that have a little bit more of an arcing stroke. We have L-neck. L-neck putters, a lot of toe hang, suitable for putters with more of an arcing stroke. And then we have center shafted putters, suitable for putters because of the face balance that have a relatively straight back and through stroke, but also suitable for putters that struggle with impact location. So again, if you're a putter that strikes at toe and heel, high and low, center shafted putter, whilst it's not conventional, a lot of people, you don't see those too often, is really quite a beneficial putter to have a look at. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it gave you a little bit more of an insight into why putters have different hosel inserts, why putters are face balance versus toe hang. And as I said, it's just some general information. It doesn't mean everything, but it gives you a little bit more of an idea into which bracket you would sit when purchasing a putter, and which is going to help you try to lower your scores, because again, most people neglect their putting, most people don't practice it enough, but if you get a putter that's suitable to you, it is going to help you become a lot more consistent on the greens, and who doesn't want that really? So thank you very much for watching. Again, I hope that gave you a little more insight. Please, if you enjoy our content, please subscribe. It's always appreciated if you do that. And again, hopefully I'll see you soon.